Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I think I think I'm just trying to like, put my finger on what Sacramento has that Oakland doesn't. And what's so frustrating again with this is that Vivek is able to be this cheerleader, right? So he's saying like, I can't wait to get this expansion team, right? And apparently there's all, Joe Lacob and apparently maybe one or two other groups in Oakland that want to, but like
Hmm.
they've been told to be quiet. So, Vivek's going to stand out there and say, keep coming to the stadium. We're proving that we're going to get this expansion team. So, like, people won't care if the A's suck, right? Because, like, that's not their
Yeah.
team, right? I don't know, man. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I,
It's tough. It's tough. I mean, like, the A's also have to, like, start building a team so that they don't fucking suck when they get to Las Vegas. And they're going to have
yeah.
to try and convince people to sign with them and play in
But
160
dude, free
degree
agency, that's a whole nother,
weather.
holy shit. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and playing a minor league ballpark. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know if anybody really wants to be playing in the Coliseum these days anyway, though. But
Yeah, that's the thing is you said what does Sacramento have that Oakland doesn't? I mean, there are people from Sacramento who will tell you a whole list of things, and I think vice versa. There'd be a bunch of people from Oakland telling you stuff that Sacramento doesn't have. But I do think from that standpoint, I mean, it's not like whereas I don't think what am I trying to say here? I don't think that being in Sacramento is going to deter people who might have come to the A's from coming to the A's. But at the same time, I don't think that um who was it? Was it Adrian Beltre who was going to sign with the A's and was like, I actually don't want to go play in Oakland. Like, I don't think that's going to happen now. I don't think people are going to be like, oh, hey, I'm dying to go play in Sacramento now.
yeah,
I wouldn't go sign with them when they were in Oakland, but now I'm ready to go to Sacramento. I think it's a lateral move. It's a stepping stone to Las Vegas to make sure that they weren't dealing with the city of Oakland. Like that's kind of the quiet part out loud is Rob Manfred and MLB owners have been facilitating John Fisher leaving Oakland this entire time. I don't think there was ever like a good faith effort to stay there.
no.
Or at least
And
not.
they said that
Uh,
in their statement too. Like I read some sort of quote from Fisher saying, "Oh, we're making good faith efforts with Oakland," but clearly not. I mean, it's just yeah.
yeah, every step of the way here, there's not been anything that's every speed bump they've hit trying to get out of Oakland. MLB and the owners have been there to bail them out, and that's to me it was like they couldn't wait to get out of that city. And that's where the Sacramento thing pops up because Rob Manfred can sit there and tell Vivek, like, oh yeah, yeah, expansion for sure. Like expansion, you got to keep the Rays in Tampa Bay or relocate them. You've got the Diamondbacks, who are just in the World Series, by the way, talking about
Yeah.
relocating.
Uh-huh.
You have the White Sox, who have
One of
been
the
there for
biggest
400
market,
years,
yeah, I mean,
talking about leaving there. I mean,
120 years there, man.
yeah, and this is and you want to talk expansion? Like, bro, that's not
Forgot about the Royals.
the Royals. Yes, thank you. That was I knew there was a fourth one, but I
At
couldn't
least
get to
the
it.
voters voted in Jackson County voted that down. I mean, that was
Right,
yeah.
right. So now you've got the Royals. Okay, maybe we're relocating. You're gonna have so many teams moving around, and you want to talk expansion? Like that wasn't even happening. Jeff Passan wrote expansion wasn't even happening until 2030 at the absolute earliest. And that was before you've got all these other stadium messes around the league they got to clean up first. I think the expansion thing is kind of a pipe dream. I think it's an imaginary carrot they're dangling out there to make sure they get this sweetheart deal from Sacramento.
Yeah.
And maybe it pays off. I hope it does. Like I said, I love Sacramento. I really do. And I love the sports fans there and I love the people there.
Yeah.
I would love to see Major League Baseball in Sacramento. I really, really, really would. And I hope this works out for them. But I also feel like they are being swindled a little bit, and being provided with some false hope.
I mean, yeah,
I,
I mean
I just wish
that
they swindled me. I want to be
Like, I'll
swindled.
be swindled.
so yeah,
Take
Kyle,
me to dinner.
well, I know you got to get out of here in a couple minutes, but I mean, I just want to talk a little bit more about Vivek. Do you feel like this is like he also sees this as like a joint opportunity to promote the Kings? Like every time the MLB team's in town, they're going to be like, oh, and Fisher worked out a deal with Vivek, and then they're going to be talking about the Kings just by by proxy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
my co-host on the radio today, James Ham, talked about this. The Kimpton Sawyer Hotel right there. It's in the downtown Commons. It's attached to Golden One Center. It's where visiting NBA teams play. Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton sitting courtside at a Kings game. That's absolutely something that Vivek Ranadive would want. Whether now there's a couple different theories on this. My boss today pitched the theory that Vivek is going to be the money man for Vegas
Dude,
to
I was just saying that to Hal, dude. He's gonna buy half the team or some shit or do
accommodate,
something, you know?
yeah, to accommodate that money.
Yeah.
Or he's hopeful that Fisher is a bumbling idiot, which and he's going, hey, I can't foot the money for Vegas, but I'll pay for the lights and the new clubhouse, and I'll make sure that this is MLB ready while you're here. I will make your 3 or 4 years here as easy as possible, and then hope he fumbles the bag, and then Vivek's just kind of left holding it. I guess that's a typically negative phrase. Where he kind of fumbles the bag, and Vivek can scoop and score, and he just already has a major league team there, and kind of puts himself in pole position to keep the team at that point. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I got nothing either way on certainty on that.
Yeah, who knows? All right.
If Vivek winds up being the money man for Vegas, it's gonna be a tough day.
Basically, I mean,
Kick off the radio.
he partly is now, right? He's been able, I think the Oakland one was making their offer so high, was asking the Phillies for so much money because they were literally not trying to not let John Fisher have enough money to do Vegas. And so by bailing him out, he's already put a down payment, helped Fisher. But